Hi Libra, this is Melody. I am Moon Soul Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of June 2019. I do want to apologize for the lateness of this video. I've had a lot of big changes happening in my own life right now, and they've been really taking up a lot of my time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I am so incredibly grateful for everybody and for all of the support that I've received, and I'm so thankful to be able to do readings here on YouTube. If you would like a private reading from me, that information will be in the description box below. Due to the time constraints that I've been under recently, I just wanted to let you know that usually I meditate on each sign in order to connect, but this month I haven't been able to do that because it takes up a lot of time, and I just haven't had the time. But I do always pre-shuffle, and what I saw when I was pre-shuffling for your sign was a message that you have been struggling with some sort of money situation in your life, and that is possibly coming to a head. It may or may not be like a whole big blow up of some sort. I just saw the Tower card, but whatever it is, the situation that you're going through with money, it is going to turn around for you. So that was the message that I saw while I was shuffling. So we will go ahead and dive in with the tarot and see what other message they have for you. So in the center of the reading, we have the Fool. In the Thoughts position, we have the Five of Wands. In the You Now position, we have the Hierophant. In the Past, we have the Ten of Swords. The present situation challenge is the Knight of Swords. The advice is the Page of Swords. Too many. The challenge for the immediate future is the Hanged Man. The advice is the Moon card. And the outcome is the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Coins. Okay, let me just look here for a second. Okay, so the center of the reading, you have the, oops, let me just adjust this so you can see everything. Okay, center of the reading, you have the Fool card, and the Fool card represents something brand new. This may be just something that is just in the thought form right now. This could be something that you're planning. something that you just keep thinking about. The Fool card is a major arcana card, so this is something big in your life, and it is a green light to go ahead and take the leap of faith. Whatever that's in your mind that you're thinking of, you may want to do. This person in this card is actually leaping. I don't know, this looks like kind of like icebergs to me, like he's like leaping from one to the other. So it could be dangerous, right, in your mind, like the thought of it, but I feel like the message is to go ahead and do it. Like, you have what it takes to make it to the other side. You have everything that you need in order to make it positive. So that's in the center of your reading. In your thoughts position is the Five of Coins, and these cards are like opposite. These people here in the Five of Coins, they're feeling like left out in the cold, like, they don't have enough. So this may be the money situation that I was referring to when I did your pre-shuffle. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Coins, and so maybe something's up in the air. Something about money possibly is up in the air, and depending on the outcome of this, it will enable you to come out of the cold, right, and not feel like you don't have enough, and it will enable you to go ahead and take this leap of faith. But right now you're feeling pretty bad. You're feeling like, you don't have enough. You're out in the cold, kind of maybe feeling a little bit sorry for yourself. Maybe like you're not living in abundance in your mind. Maybe try to change your thinking around to, instead of thinking of what you're lacking, to think about possibly what you are grateful for. And once you do that, then once you're grateful for the things that you do have and the abundance in your life, regardless of what that is, once you are truly grateful for that, then more abundance sends a message to the universe that more abundance can come to you, because that's what you're thinking about. That's how kind of like the law of attraction works. So the you now position is the Hierophant. And maybe you're feeling like you don't fit into this box, right? You want to open up the box. You want to take a leap of faith into something that you've never really experienced before. You want to open this box up and let these lights come out. This is not the traditional meaning of the Hierophant, but that's what I'm getting. The Hierophant is more like, like brick and mortar buildings, higher learning, kind of like, it could be like the man, right? Like people having control of you. But what I'm getting in this reading is that you want to take the lid off of whatever it is that you've been like keeping pushed down inside of you, and you want to take this leap. So in the past position, we have the Ten of Swords, and this card is a card of literally feeling like you've been stabbed in the back. You know, and not just once, like multiple times, over and over and over and over, and you're like sick of it, you know what I mean? Like you're just like bent over and just like, fine, I guess I'll just take it. This is just what my life is, and there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I feel like this is a really dark place that you've been, right? And this kind of goes along with this, right? You're like feeling sorry for yourself, maybe because of all these times you've been stabbed in the back, you know. But what you have to remember is situations are just situations, right? And like, it's what counts is your thoughts about the situation. So if you could maybe change your thinking around, like I was talking about before, from one of lack to one of more abundance, then that will free up the abundance to come into you. Your challenge is going to be to go ahead and take that leap, right? Because the Knight of Swords, and also swords represent thoughts. So maybe this is like your thoughts, right? So the Knight of Swords is a knight that goes charging into battle, like, you know, kind of haphazardly, and like he's on a mission, and he's just charging in as quickly as he can. But in this deck, it's represented by this person who looks off balance, you know, and he's like kind of like charging uphill. So this is your challenge. You feel like you're running uphill, but this again is, you know, this is in your thoughts. And your advice is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, pages are always messengers, right? And the Page of Swords brings a message of truth. So it's either you are going to open your eyes to the truth of the situation, or you are going to tell somebody the truth, or somebody is going to come in and tell you the truth. I feel like maybe since you in the past have felt like you've been stabbed in the back, that maybe it's going to be you telling somebody the truth. Or not even the truth, but like your truth, you know, because we all have on kind of like blinders in front of our eyes, because that's like our own perspective of situations. So the advice is the truth, is a message of truth. So I feel like maybe you need to tell somebody whatever has caused this in the past. Maybe you need to tell somebody the truth, and that will free you up to maybe take this leap. And maybe just to feel lighter, you know, because, I mean, look, these cards are completely opposite, right? I mean, this is dark, and he's like bent over, and he's like, you know, literally like in half. And this person in this card is free. So maybe the message is to speak your truth, and that will free you up to be able to leap into the future. The challenge for the future is the Hanged Man, and this is kind of like all going together here. So the Hanged Man, it looks like he's been hung up here, right, and against his will, but he hung himself up here. because he needed to see something from a different perspective. So again, this is what I'm talking about. Your perspective has been, oh my God, I've been stabbed in the back all these times. I'm like, doubled over. I'm like done. I can't stand this anymore. I give up. This is a dark place, right? I don't have enough. I'm out in the cold. Nobody will help me. I never feel like, I get what I need. This has been your perspective, right? I'm like battling uphill. Everything that I do is an uphill battle. Again, your perspective. This card is a change of perspective. He's hung upside down so that he can see things from a completely different point of view. This is your challenge for the future. This is what you need to do. Because if you see this, the sun is coming up. The sun is coming up. So, not everything is all dark and gloomy. The sun is coming up on you. The advice, these two are also, these are major arcana cards, okay? You have 3 major arcana cards here. The Fool in the center of your reading, and then the challenge for the future and the advice for the challenge. So I feel like the advice here, the moon always represents illusion, delusion, not being able to see something clearly. But it can also represent intuition, right? And so I feel like the advice is for you to open your eyes. I'm going to have to read this card as well. So this is the outcome, okay? And let's just look at this for a second. You see this person? They have blindfolds on. They're like standing tiptoe on these rocks, like in the middle of this water. And they're like holding their swords up, just like stabbing in the dark, because they're not able to see what they need to see. So the advice here, these are like the same, right? So when it's dark out and the moon is shining, you can sort of see, right? You can kind of make out like images, figures there in the dark, but you can't really see clearly, right? So the advice is take off your blindfold, find some solid ground, listen to your intuition, come out of the darkness of the moon, and see things from a different perspective. And once you change your thinking around, then you'll be able to open this box and let the light come in and let everything that you want come to you. And you need to have faith in yourself and faith in the universe that it will provide for you, and not look at things from this perspective anymore. Because this is not serving you. This serves no one. This kind of outlook right here serves no one, especially not you. This battling uphill, everything's an uphill battle. All I do is struggle, serves no one. Open your eyes to the truth that these stories that you're telling yourself they're not really true. You can't always be the victim in a situation. At some point you have to pick yourself up, see things from a different point of view, and just realize that these are only stories that you're telling yourself about situations. You don't have to believe them. Okay, so I am going to, do I want to clarify anything? I don't think so. I think this has been a pretty straightforward reading. But I do have a new deck, Oracle cards that I'd like to draw for you. Are they beautiful? So please, Oracle, give us a message for Libra for the rest of the month of June. What does Libra need to know? And you have the green light to do this. Whatever this is that's on your mind that you want to leap into. You have to make the decision. You have a couple of twos here. So, I mean, and this is the moon card, right? But it's got these two pillars, right? You're being called to walk through to the other side. Walk through to the other side. Make the decision for yourself. Two of coins. Don't leave everything up in the air. Make the decision for yourself to walk through the pillars and to open Pandora's box. Please, Oracle, give us a message for Libra for the month of June 2019. What does Libra need? Oops. Too many. Whoa. All right, I guess I'm just going to read these. There's 3 of them. Okay, so this one says, life will be an adventure if you let it unfold from within. Same message I've been talking about here. A devotee. Your skills are the gifts you can share with others. And what ignites the fire inside you? Look within. So this says look within. This says look within. This says your gifts, your skills are the gifts that you can share with others. So I feel like this is the message for you. Let me read this. Let me read 17. Actually, this opened to 25, so I'm just going to read this one. Vajravari is the Dakini, a being like a fairy or energy spirit. Some Dakinis are capricious and maybe a little like a witch, but there are 2 other levels of Dakinis. Those that guard the sacred place of India and Tibet, and then the enlightened ones, the sky dancers. This is way too long. I don't want to read the whole thing. I'm sorry, but you get the gist of it, right? So these are the messages that fell out, all 3 of them. I feel like the message here has been repeating and repeating and repeating. You need to go within. You need to change your perspective to something different, something light. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful that you have the skills and gifts to share with others. And once you do that, your life will be an adventure, and it will unfold for you. and look within to find out what ignites the fire inside you. All right, so that's been your reading, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have a really nice rest of the month of June, what's left of it. Again, I apologize for the lateness of this video, and I'll see you next month. Bye.